On a dark night in late October, the world is filled with pumpkin lights, children dressed as ghosts, and the sound of laughter mixed with fear. We all know this celebration is Halloween. But did you know that Halloween has a much longer and deeper history than meets the eye? Let's trace the history of this celebration, from the past to a modern phenomenon. Halloween has its origins in an ancient festival called Samhain, pronounced Samhain, a celebration held by the Celts thousands of years ago in what is now Ireland, Scotland, and the north of Europe. Samhain marked the end of summer and the beginning of winter, when farmers stored their last crops and prepared for the long, dark winter. The Celts believed that on the night of October 31st, the line between the world of the living and the world of spirits becomes blurred. On that night, the spirits of the dead return to earth. Some are believed to bring messages, while others may be more sinister, bringing chaos to fields or homes. To protect themselves from these spirits, Celts light large bonfires and wear costumes, often animal masks and skulls, to camouflage themselves from the creatures. As the Roman Empire expanded into Celt lands in the 1st century, 2 Roman festivals, the Feralia, which also celebrated the dead, and the Festival of Pomona, goddess of fruits and trees, began to influence Samhain. These traditions began to mix with Celt customs, adding new elements such as apples to the celebration, which became the basis of traditional Halloween games such as bobbing for apples. In the 9th century, Christianity began to influence European cultures more deeply. The Catholic Church established November 1st as All Saints' Day, a day to honor saints and martyrs. The night before this celebration was known as All Hallows' Eve, which was eventually shortened to Halloween. The Church hoped that by creating a religious celebration, they could replace the pagan tradition of Samhain. But like many other celebrations, Halloween ended up being a mix of religious customs and existing folk culture. When European immigrants, particularly from Ireland, fleeing the famine, arrived in America in the 19th century, they brought Halloween traditions with them. In America, however, these traditions underwent changes. From its highly spiritual and spirit-related beginnings, Halloween began to evolve into a more light-hearted community celebration, with traditions such as trick-or-treating first gaining popularity in America in the early 20th century. Over time, Halloween morphed into the celebration we know today. By the 20th century, Halloween was no longer just about spirits and ghosts, but also about fun, frivolity, and even a bit of mystery. Costume parties, horror-themed home decorations, and large parades in major cities around the world began to become an integral part of Halloween. Costumes that were once used to scare away spirits are now a limitless creativity, from horror characters to pop culture figures. Today, Halloween has transcended the boundaries of American and European culture. In many countries, even if they have no associated local traditions, Halloween has become a global celebration. From Asia to South America, costume children and carnival festivals begin to appear every late October. Besides being a cultural celebration, Halloween has also become a commercial phenomenon. With the sale of costumes, candy, and decorations, Halloween generates billions of dollars every year. This makes Halloween one of the most profitable celebrations in the world, just below Christmas. While modern Halloween focuses more on fun, many ancient symbols still survive today. Pumpkins carved into spooky faces, known as jack-o'-lanterns, come from an Irish tradition that originally used turnips. Meanwhile, bats, witches, and black cats are symbols still closely associated with the mystery and superstition that have long surrounded Halloween. Ultimately, Halloween is about more than just candy and costumes. It's a night where we celebrate fear and darkness, but also gatherings and fun. From ancient traditions involving spirits to modern celebrations full of color and energy, Halloween is a reminder that while the world is changing, we still remain connected to our past, even if only for one night in late October. Happy Halloween! Remember, when you put on your costume and say trick or treat, you are part of a long history of mystery and celebration. See you on the dark side of the night.